Yeah, so I asked the worker if there's anybody, um, if he's seen any groups of big bikes yet, and he said no. So now the waiting game begins. Now I just gotta stay here and wait for motorcycles to show up. And I've done this a dozen times, and every time I'm like nervous. Oh, maybe no one's gonna show up. Maybe no one's gonna come, and then I've just wasted my morning kind of. I can go and ride by myself, but it's not as fun. But yeah, so far I've never had to ride alone. So far, someone always shows up 10, 15 minutes after I get here. So we'll see. We'll see if I'm lucky again today. Okay, well, I'm starting to get worried. It's 6:02, and there's still no sign of motorcycles. There's been two big bikes that have gone by, but two individual, like one, and then a little while later another. That's not what I'm looking for. There should be, between the time of 5:30 and now, there should have been at least one group. There should have been a couple, actually. Because there's no chance of rain today. Like, there's like zero chance. It's supposed to be sunny all day. So, when you get that kind of a weather forecast, and it's fairly rare in Taiwan to get that kind of a weather forecast, normally all the bikers hit the road, right? It's cold, but it was colder a month or two ago, and a month or two ago you still would have had a bunch of bikes on the road. Yeah, I was just in the toilet. You guys want to know what I think about when I'm taking a crap? Okay, most of you said no, but I'm gonna pretend I heard yes. I was thinking they should invent a butt plug that's like nutrient rich, so that way if you're doing like a long ride or something, you could just like shove it up your butt and then get the nutrients from it while you're riding. That way you don't have to eat. Yeah, I know. I should shut up. Okay, well, no bike showed up. It's 6:10, and 6:10. It's possible. It's possible some bikes arranged to meet at 6:30, but that's pushing it. It's pushing it. So I decided to start riding on my own. I actually know the speed cameras on this road fairly well. There's one right around the corner here, and actually maybe not right around the corner. I think it's around the corner and then a little bit up. So you can take this corner fast if you want to, but then you got to slow down for the speed camera on the next bend. Yeah, you can take this one quick, and maybe this one quick. Maybe I don't know the speed cameras. Yeah, look, I could have. Yeah, look at that. How can I be wrong about that? Well, I do know them fairly well. Evidently not as well as I thought. So, yeah, so now I'm riding by myself. And it's actually getting colder. I said, like, here comes the sun. And it actually feels colder now than when I left my house. The reason for that is, like, when the sun starts to come up, it heats up the air that's higher up first. Because if you think about the angle the sun's shooting at us, it's not hitting me, but it'll hit above me first, and then it'll start to come down. But when it hits above you, like, it hits the higher atmosphere first, and then it heats it up, and it expands. And when it expands, it pushes the cold air down. So when the sun first rises, even though the sun's out, it actually gets colder for about an hour. And then it starts to raise back up again as the heating gets all the way down to the ground. Yeah, that's my theory anyways. I don't actually know why that is, but it's the coldest temperature of a day is actually after the sun comes up, which is right now. And so yeah, I've got so the bad news is, for the first time ever while doing this, I didn't find a group to ride with, which is somewhat depressing. The good news is it allows me to ride slower and talk to you guys, And when I can't find anyone else, I've still got you. There's something to be happy about. I can talk with you. Like, I don't do that all the fucking time. I'm actually getting sick of you guys. I think we should break up. think it's time for I meet someone new, which doesn't make any sense because I'm meeting like 2,000 new people a month according to my subscriber increase. Okay, let's see what happens if I ride quicker. Well, let's get into lower gear first. That sucks. I'm like trying to accelerate harder on that corner and nothing's happening. It's like it's totally in the wrong gear. I shift down 2. There we go. Okay, that felt nice. Except for the cold wind going literally up my anus. Because I hung off the bike. I was hanging my body off the bike like a racer would, and my butt's off the seat. And my pants are fairly heavily ventilated, so I had like literally like this ice cold wind right on my anus. Too much information? I don't care. Fuck you. Not you, sir. What else can I do while riding slow? I can practice doing wheelies. That's what I normally do if I'm like bored and going too slow. Ooh, that was nice. It was nice for me. I got it up, and then a lot of times when I get it up, I panic and I just like close the gas. So I get it up, and then it just drops right back down. But that time I actually stayed on the gas, and I had it up for a bit longer. You know, so instead of having it up for a half a second, I had it up for a whole second. Whee! That's how you get started, right? And then you go to a second and a half, then 2, and then an hour. It's just, and I don't know why there's that jump there. It's like half a second, second and a half, 2 seconds, then an hour. So be careful, you know, once you reach the 2-second mark, the next time you go to make a wheelie, make sure you've got an hour's worth of road ahead of you, because it just gets stuck up there.